It's great to see everyone here tonight, and this is an incredible turnout for tonight's honoree, Mary Barra. Welcome, Mary. And I want to welcome all of Mary's friends and family members as well, including her husband, Tony, who's here with us. Probably today more than ever, great leadership is needed all over the world in organizations, private sector, government, social sector. And as much as we aspire for our organizations and institutions to create opportunity and value and to represent ethical behavior, it is difficult, if not impossible, to reach this without the presence of effective leaders. The Arbuckle Award demonstrates a commitment on the part of a GSB friend or alum to do just that. And in that sense, it's very fitting that we've come together to honor Mary Barra.
She is one of the top 10 longest tenured Fortune 500 CEOs. And she is the longest tenured female CEO of a Fortune 100 company. Great leaders inspire us, they motivate us, they challenge us, they listen to us, and they appreciate us. And Mary does all of those things. Despite all the things that she has to deal with, the business that she has to run, please welcome Mary and celebrate her winning this Arbuckle Award. Mary.
And Mary, this is such a pleasure to get to do this. So I thought what we would do is I'll just love to ask you a little bit about your career. I want to hear about I think we all want to hear about your time at the GSB and then about your leadership of General Motors. So at some point you decided to come to Stanford Business School. So what brought you to Stanford Business School?
I really have to say, on so many levels, coming to the GSB really changed the trajectory of my life because I didn't know what I didn't know. I went to a very small engineering school, didn't have a very strong liberal arts complement. I'd lived in Michigan my whole life around the auto industry, and so coming to Stanford, learning from so many great professors that I want to just call out a few. Meeting the class of 1990, who I humbly accept this on behalf of all of us, because I think without all of you shaping and being together in that program, I don't know if I would have been, because I think one of the secrets of business school, you obviously learn from the best of the best from a faculty perspective, but you also learn from each other. And, we have a lifelong friendship. And even though we don't always get to connect, when we do connect, it's like, it was just, we're back in class. So it is something special.
What would you say are the things that have helped make you successful over 10 years at General Motors?
Well, it was something I learned from a person at GM who really taught me early in my career in manufacturing, because I kind of came up through the ranks at General Motors in manufacturing in my earlier days. But it was really this, and I said it earlier, but you have to win people's hearts and minds. They have to, most people, like 99.999% of people, I believe, come to work every day and they want to do a good job. They want to be valued. They want to know they're doing something important. They want to know they've got opportunity. I mean, we're all human beings, and I think, people will work the extra mile if you invest in them and you show them that you care. And so I've just, through my whole career, I've just been focused on how do we engage people, how do we, communicate better so they know what they're doing, they know why they're doing it. We don't always do it well, we could do better, but that's the journey that we're on right now. So I think it's getting the right people, but then, making them know they're part of a mission.
What are the biggest challenges you've faced over those 10 years from a leadership perspective?
Well, I think it's exciting, but it's also, I think as a leadership team, and I would also say about my leadership style, I really try to be inclusive. I don't have all the answers. I want the benefit, of people who've come from different industries, have different perspectives, different countries. As we have to make some pretty tough decisions and deploy a pretty sizable amount of capital, I want to have that debate and that tension as we make those decisions. And so I think even now that's more important because we're transforming the way the vehicle is propelled. We're trying to win from a software perspective. We're in a race from an autonomy perspective and the geopolitical situation. The auto industry overall is a very complex global supply chain. And so managing that through the different challenges that we learned in COVID, there's like a new it seems like there's always something that's changing and we've got to keep adapting and reacting to. But again, I'm really proud of the leadership team we have at General Motors because okay, this changed, what are we going to do about it? And even how do we look over the horizon to say, how do we de-risk what potentially could happen as you look at all the different trends that are happening in the world, some positive and some not so much.
What are you going to do after you're the CEO of General Motors?
Sleep.
We've got a bunch of students here from the GSB, so if you could, you've been out now for almost 35 years from the GSB, if you could give one piece of advice to your younger self about what to do at the Stanford Business School and what the future might hold, what would you say to your younger self or to the students?
Take advantage of the great learning opportunity, do the work, and make sure you take the time to get to know your classmates because if you invest together, you're going to have a bond that's going to be something special for the rest of your life.
Well, Mary, I will say, when I started the GSB and you were on the advisory council, I always felt fortunate every time you came to one of those meetings because it was like you just sort of elevated the whole group. And every time I've ever needed to reach out to you, you've been ready for the call and always there. So I'm so appreciative, and I'm so glad that all of you who are here tonight, got to see a little bit of what makes Mary such an incredible, iconic leader in American business. And congratulations on the Arbuckle Award, Mary. It's been
Thank you
great
very
to
much.
have.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.